When people hear the words Liberty 1 Dime 1976, their imagination immediately begins to race. A tiny coin, small enough to balance on your fingertip, suddenly transforms into a symbol of hidden treasure. The year 1976 carries a powerful historical emotion in American coinage because it marked the 200th anniversary of independence, and anything connected to that era often feels special. But when it comes to a 1976 Liberty Dime, the truth is far more fascinating than fantasy. First, it's important to understand what a 1976 dime actually is. In 1976, the United States was producing the Roosevelt dime, not the older Liberty design people often imagine. The classic Liberty design, known as the Mercury Dime, had already been retired decades earlier. So when someone says 1976 Liberty Dime, they're usually mixing two different eras of coinage into one exciting story. The 1976 Roosevelt Dime features a familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the front. It is a modern circulating coin, and unlike older silver dimes, it is made primarily of copper and nickel. That single fact dramatically changes the dream of overnight millions. Because it is not silver, it does not carry intrinsic precious metal value like pre-1965 dimes. Now here is where reality separates from viral myths. A regular 1976 dime found in pocket change is worth exactly 10 cents. Even in uncirculated condition, most examples are only worth a small premium, perhaps a few dollars at most. There is no secret version of the standard 1976 circulation dime that sells for millions in normal circumstances. However, collectors know that value in coins does not come from imagination. It comes from rarity, condition, and error. If a 1976 dime were struck with a dramatic mint error, such as a major off-center strike, double die, or struck on the wrong metal planchet, its value could rise significantly. Error coins attract serious collectors because they are unusual and limited in number. Another important factor is mint mark. In 1976, dimes were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Some San Francisco pieces were proof coins, specially made for collectors with mirror-like surfaces. Even so, most 1976 proof dimes are not rare enough to command life-changing money unless they are in flawless, top-graded condition. The dream of becoming a billionaire overnight from a single 1976 dime is, realistically speaking, a myth. There are coins in American history that have sold for extraordinary amounts, but they are legendary rarities, unique errors, or extremely low mintage pieces. A standard 1976 dime does not fall into that category. That does not mean your coin has no potential at all. If your 1976 dime appears unusual, very sharp details, unusual coloration, or striking errors, it could be worth having examined by a professional grading service. Authentication and grading can determine whether a coin has collector significance beyond face value. Condition plays a powerful role in coin collecting. A coin that has never been circulated, with crisp details and no scratches, is always more desirable than one that has spent decades in pockets. Still, even in perfect mint state condition, most 1976 dimes remain modestly priced compared to truly rare historic coins. The reason so many online stories claim enormous values is simple. Excitement sells. Headlines promising millions overnight attract attention. But serious coin collectors rely on verified auction records, historical production numbers, and certified grading standards rather than viral claims. If you truly want to find coins that can change your financial future, focus on known key dates, low mintage years, and documented minting errors. Research, patience, and knowledge are far more powerful than hope alone. Coin collecting rewards those who study the details carefully. It is also important to clarify that the last regular issue silver dimes for circulation were struck before 1965. Those earlier silver pieces contain 90% silver and carry intrinsic metal value. By 1976, the composition had long since changed, meaning there is no hidden silver jackpot inside a standard 1976 dime. Sometimes confusion arises because people associate the word Liberty with any American coin. Many U.S. coins include the word Liberty on the obverse, including the Roosevelt dime. But the design itself is not the classic Liberty figure from earlier decades. The coin market operates on supply and demand. Millions upon millions of 1976 dimes were produced. When supply is extremely high, value remains low unless there is something truly extraordinary about a specific specimen. If you are holding a 1976 dime right now, look closely at it under magnification. Check for doubling in the lettering, misalignment, or unusual metal coloration. While rare, genuine mint errors can bring higher prices than ordinary coins. Professional grading companies encapsulate coins in protective holders and assign condition scores. High grades like MS-67 or higher can command premiums in modern coins. Yet even at those levels, a 1976 dime would not reach anywhere near $1 million under normal market conditions. The real magic of coin collecting is not about instant billions. It is about history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery. Each coin carries a story of the time in which it was struck, the economy it served, and the people who used it. So if someone tells you that your 1976 Liberty dime will make you a billionaire overnight, pause and investigate carefully. Excitement should never replace verification. The coin world rewards careful research, not blind belief. In the end, the 1976 dime is a beautiful piece of everyday American currency, but it is not a secret lottery ticket. Its true value lies in understanding its history and condition. And sometimes, the knowledge you gain from studying coins is worth far more than the coin itself. The 1975 Liberty One dime is one of those coins that sparks imagination the moment you hear about it. A tiny silver-colored piece of metal, barely larger than your thumbnail, yet surrounded by whispers of unbelievable value and life-changing fortune. Many collectors dream of discovering a rare 1975 dime hidden in an old jar, a forgotten drawer, or passed down through family, hoping it might be the one extraordinary piece that rewrites their destiny overnight. First, it is important to understand what the 1975 dime truly is. In 1975, the United States was producing the Roosevelt dime, a design that honors Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose portrait has appeared on the coin since 1946. Although many people casually call it a Liberty dime, because the word Liberty appears on the obverse, it is officially known as the Roosevelt dime. By 1975, these dimes were no longer made of silver. They were struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition. That detail alone changes the fantasy dramatically. Regular 1975 dimes are not silver treasures. They are common circulation coins, produced in massive numbers at the United States Mint. Millions upon millions were made for everyday commerce. Because of that high production, most 1975 dimes found in pocket change today are worth exactly 10 cents. However, where legends grow is in the rare exceptions. In the coin collecting world, sometimes a tiny variation can transform an ordinary coin into a jaw-dropping rarity. The 1975 No-S proof dime is one of the most famous examples. This coin was struck in proof quality but accidentally left without the S mint mark that normally identifies production at the San Francisco Mint. Only a very small number escaped into collectors' hands. That rare No-S proof version is the coin that fuels stories of million-dollar dreams. Because so few exist, collectors compete fiercely whenever one appears at auction. High-grade examples have sold for astonishing sums, hundreds of thousands of dollars, making headlines and inspiring treasure hunt fantasies. While not quite the overnight billionaire level often claimed in viral posts, the value is still extraordinary for a 10-cent coin. The power of such a coin lies in rarity, condition, and demand. A coin's value rises when very few are made, even fewer survive, and collectors passionately want to own one. The 1975 No-S proof dime checks all those boxes. Its mirror-like surface, sharp details, and unusual missing mint mark create a perfect storm of desirability. But it is crucial to separate dream from reality. The vast majority of 1975 dimes are standard circulation pieces from Philadelphia or Denver, and they are worth face value unless they are in pristine, uncirculated condition. Even then, their premium is modest, not life-changing. Condition matters enormously. A coin graded in perfect or near-perfect condition can command higher prices, but common coins rarely reach dramatic figures. Many online claims exaggerate values to attract attention. They promise millions are ordinary coins, suggesting instant wealth is hiding in spare change. In truth, coin collecting rewards knowledge, patience, and careful verification. If you believe you have a rare 1975 dime, the first step is to examine it closely for a missing mint mark on a proof coin with mirror surfaces. Proof coins look different from regular circulation coins. They have a deep reflective background and frosted design details. If your 1975 dime looks dull, worn, and ordinary, it is almost certainly a regular issue. If it looks exceptionally sharp and mirror-like, further evaluation may be worthwhile. Professional authentication is essential for any coin believed to be rare. Third-party grading services carefully inspect coins, confirm authenticity, and assign a grade. Without professional verification, claims of extreme value remain speculation. The rare no-S proof dime is so valuable precisely because it is authenticated and documented. The emotional appeal of discovering such a rarity is powerful. Imagine the thrill of realizing that a small coin you nearly spent on a snack is actually worth hundreds of thousands. That possibility fuels the passion of collectors worldwide. Yet the odds are incredibly slim, which makes confirmed examples so precious. It is also worth remembering that 1975 was well after the era of 90% silver dimes. Silver dimes in the United States were last produced for circulation in 1964. Any 1975 dime you find in change will not contain silver. The term silver in casual conversation often refers only to its color, not its metal content. Still, condition can elevate even a common coin modestly. A perfectly preserved 1975 dime stored carefully since minting could attract collectors who seek top-grade registry pieces. While this won't make someone a billionaire overnight, it can bring satisfaction and a reasonable premium over face value. The key lesson is knowledge. Understanding mint marks, compositions, production numbers, and grading standards transforms coin collecting from fantasy into an informed pursuit. When you know what truly makes a coin rare, you avoid disappointment and focus on realistic opportunities. Stories of overnight fortune often ignore the years of dedication collectors invest. They search through thousands of coins, attend shows, study minting history, and build networks. When a rare piece surfaces, it is usually discovered by someone deeply involved in the hobby, not by random chance alone. If you genuinely suspect you have a rare 1975 no-S proof dime, handle it carefully by its edges and store it in a protective holder. Avoid cleaning it, as cleaning can dramatically reduce value. Then consult a reputable coin dealer or grading service for evaluation. The dream of sudden wealth from a tiny coin is captivating. It captures the imagination because it feels like hidden treasure in plain sight. And while most 1975 dimes are ordinary, the rare proof error proves that extraordinary exceptions can exist. Ultimately, the 1975 Liberty One dime is a reminder that value is not just in metal but in rarity and story. For most people, it will remain a simple 10-cent piece. For a lucky few who possess the authenticated no-S proof version, it can represent an astonishing financial windfall. So should you spend your 1975 dime casually? If it's a regular circulation coin, yes, it holds only face value. But if it has that rare missing mint mark and proof finish, it deserves careful attention. Knowledge is your greatest asset in deciding the difference. In the end, the real fortune lies not only in money, but in understanding. Coin collecting can be thrilling, educational, and sometimes profitable. And while the dream of becoming a billionaire overnight may be exaggerated, the possibility of discovering something rare keeps the adventure alive, shining as brightly as that small, silver-colored coin in the palm of your hand. When people hear the words Liberty One Dime 1985, their imagination instantly explodes with dreams of hidden treasure and overnight fortune. The thought that a tiny 10-cent coin resting quietly in a drawer could be worth millions feels like a story made for legends. But before we dive into the excitement, it is important to understand the reality behind the 1985 Liberty Dime and what truly gives a coin extraordinary value in today's collector market. The 1985 dime is officially known as a Roosevelt dime, not a traditional Liberty dime. The word Liberty appears on the coin, but the portrait featured is President Franklin D. Roosevelt. By 1985, dimes were no longer made of silver. Since 1965, the United States Mint has produced dimes using a copper core with a nickel outer layer, meaning a regular 1985 dime does not contain precious silver. Now here is where the truth becomes powerful. A normal 1985 dime in circulated condition is worth exactly 10 cents. Even in uncirculated mint condition, most examples are worth only a small premium, often just a few dollars. This might surprise those who expect a hidden million-dollar secret, but real coin collecting is built on rarity, condition, and demand, not just age. However, there are exceptions that ignite excitement. In rare cases, error coins from 1985 can carry significantly higher value. A dime struck off-center, double-struck, or with a dramatic minting mistake can attract serious collector interest. These rare mint errors are what create headlines and dramatic auction moments. When condition and rarity combine perfectly, values can rise sharply. One important detail is the mint mark. In 1985, dimes were struck in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S for proof coins. Proof coins from San Francisco were specially made for collectors and have a mirror-like finish. A flawless proof coin graded at the highest possible level by professional grading services can sell for impressive amounts compared to face value. But here's the honest reality. No verified 1985 dime has sold for millions of dollars. Coins that reach million-dollar status usually belong to legendary rarities from the 18th or 19th century, or they involve unique minting mistakes from historically significant periods. The 1985 dime, while collectible, does not belong to that ultra-rare category. Still, the power of condition cannot be ignored. A coin graded MS 67 or higher by respected grading companies can command strong prices because perfection is rare. Tiny scratches, weak strikes, or dull surfaces can reduce value dramatically. In the world of coin collecting, microscopic details separate ordinary coins from prized treasures. Many viral stories claim that modern coins can make you a billionaire overnight. These stories spread quickly because they inspire hope. But serious collectors rely on knowledge, grading standards, auction records, and historical context. True wealth in coin collecting comes from patience, research, and understanding the market, not from unrealistic expectations. That said, searching through pocket change can still be thrilling. Collectors have discovered valuable error coins in everyday circulation. The excitement of finding something unusual, a misprint, a rotated die, or a missing clad layer, keeps the hobby alive. Even if the reward is hundreds rather than millions, the discovery feels priceless. The word liberty on the coin connects it to a much older tradition. Earlier U.S. dimes, such as a famous Mercury Dime, actually featured Lady Liberty in wing form and were made of 90% silver. Those older silver dimes can carry far greater intrinsic and collector value compared to a 1985 issue. If you believe you have an unusual 1985 dime, the smartest move is professional evaluation. Authentication and grading protect you from misinformation and help determine true market worth. A coin dealer or certified grading service can confirm whether your piece is ordinary or something special. It is also important to understand metal content. Unlike pre-1965 dimes, the 1985 version has no silver melt value. Its worth depends entirely on collector demand and condition. This is a major factor separating it from historic silver issues that automatically carry bullion value. Condition grading uses a precise scale from poor P1 to mint state MS70. Coins in higher grades are dramatically rarer because very few survive without contact marks. A pristine 1985 proof dime graded PR, 70 deep cameo, for example, will be far more desirable than a circulated coin. The dream of becoming rich overnight often overshadows the deeper joy of collecting. Coin collecting is not just about money. It is about history, artistry, and the story each piece carries. Even a simple 1985 dime represents American craftsmanship and monetary history. Collectors who truly profit from coins usually build diversified collections over time. They learn market trends by wisely and self-strategically. Wealth grows gradually through expertise, not luck alone. If you see claims that a common 1985 dime is worth millions, approach them with caution. Scams and exaggerations exist in every market. Always verify claims through reputable auction records and trusted numismatic sources. Yet, do not let realism crush enthusiasm. The thrill of searching rolls of coins, examining mint marks under magnification, and learning grading standards can be incredibly rewarding. The journey itself builds knowledge and skill. For those who want to increase potential value, preserving coins properly is essential. Store them in protective holders, avoid touching surfaces with bare fingers, and keep them away from moisture. Proper care maintains grade and future desirability. In the end, the 1985 Liberty Dime is not a hidden million-dollar jackpot waiting to explode, but it can still be a gateway into the fascinating world of numismatics. The real fortune lies in understanding what makes a coin rare and valuable. So before you dream of billions overnight, take a closer look at the coin in your hand. Study it, appreciate it, and learn from it. Knowledge is the true treasure. And in the world of coin collecting, wisdom will always be worth more than wishful thinking. The 1999 Liberty One Dime coin is not just a piece of metal. It is a portal into history, a shimmering fragment of artistry that holds the power to change fortunes overnight. Its surface glistens with the brilliance of silver, and its edges whisper tales of an era where craftsmanship met meticulous design. Collectors around the world dream of holding this coin in their hands, not just as currency, but as a treasure that embodies both legacy and unimaginable value. From the first glance, the 1999 Liberty One Dime commands attention. Its pristine finish catches the light in a way that seems almost supernatural, making every curve of Lady Liberty's profile radiate with unmatched elegance. Every detail, from the delicate hair strands to the graceful stance, speaks to the extraordinary skill of the mint artist who brought it to life. It is a coin that doesn't just sit in a collection. It dominates it, demanding reverence and awe. What makes the 1999 Liberty One Dime truly extraordinary is its rarity. While millions of coins were minted in 1999, only a fraction survive in near-perfect condition. Those coins that escape the wear of time become legends, whispered about in exclusive circles of numismatists. To possess one is to hold a golden ticket to a universe where scarcity translates directly into wealth, where one small circle of silver can eclipse the dreams of mere mortals. Every inch of this coin is a testament to precision. The mint mark, the date, and the intricate design elements are all flawlessly executed. Yet even among perfect specimens, a few anomalies exist that turn a valuable coin into a legend. Variations in striking, minute differences in the metal composition, and rare errors can elevate a 1999 Liberty One Dime from impressive to priceless, sending its value soaring into realms that defy imagination. In today's market, the 1999 Liberty One Dime has become a symbol of financial metamorphosis. Collectors and investors alike recognize that holding this coin is akin to holding a key to untold wealth. Its value has exploded over the years, moving from modest numismatic interest to a position where even a single coin can rival the price of a luxury car, or for some exceptionally rare versions, the cost of a penthouse in a major city. The coin's beauty is not limited to its shine. It is also in its story. Each coin carries the weight of history, the silent testimony of countless hands that have exchanged it, stored it, and revered it. Owning a 1999 Liberty One Dime is not just about wealth. It's about connection. It is about becoming part of a lineage that appreciates fine craftsmanship, understands scarcity, and cherishes the hidden treasures of time. Many collectors describe the experience of finding a perfect 1999 Liberty One Dime as electrifying. There's a thrill in running your fingers over its smooth surface, feeling the gentle embossing, and realizing that in your palm lies something that the world at large may never see again. That thrill is addictive. It's a reminder that true treasure is rare, delicate, and fleeting, yet eternally valuable. The market for these coins has evolved dramatically. From humble beginnings as ordinary dimes to coveted collector's items, the 1999 Liberty One Dime has proven its ability to transform lives. Those who recognize its potential early now watch as prices escalate into the millions, knowing that their foresight and patience have yielded a fortune few could ever imagine. It is a lesson in the power of observation, timing, and appreciation for what others may overlook. What drives the value of this coin beyond its aesthetics is the phenomenon of scarcity, combined with desire. Humans are naturally drawn to what is rare, and the 1999 Liberty One Dime embodies this principle perfectly. When a coin exists in only a limited number of pristine examples, its allure multiplies, and its price becomes a reflection not just of metal content, but of ambition, status, and the hunger for legacy. Investors in rare coins often speak of the Liberty effect, where a single coin transcends mere financial calculation and enters the realm of mythical value. The 1999 Liberty One Dime is a shining exemplar of this effect. In the right hands, one coin can dominate a portfolio, serving as both a hedge against uncertainty and a dazzling trophy that proves the owner's insight and taste. Collectors also find joy in the hunt for this coin. Attending auctions, inspecting certified examples, and networking with other enthusiasts is an experience charged with excitement. The search for a 1999 Liberty One Dime in mint condition becomes a thrilling quest, with stories of intense bidding wars and sudden discoveries adding layers of drama and prestige to the coin's narrative. Some coins are notable not just for rarity but for unique features. The 1999 Liberty One Dime occasionally reveals subtle minting errors, tiny anomalies that only the trained eye can detect. These rare imperfections elevate the coin from precious to extraordinary, making a holy grail for numismatists. Owning such a coin is akin to holding a secret that only a select few in the world can truly appreciate. The emotional connection to this coin is undeniable. For many, the 1999 Liberty One Dime is more than an investment. It is a talisman, a symbol of possibility, and a tangible reminder that luck and vision can converge to create something extraordinary. Each glance at its gleaming surface evokes a sense of wonder and a thrilling sense of potential, reminding the holder that they are part of an exclusive, almost magical club. In private collections, these coins command respect. Displayed under carefully curated lighting, they shine like miniature suns, capturing attention and admiration. Visitors often marvel at the craftsmanship, the detail, and the sheer aura of significance that radiates from the coin. It is impossible to look at a 1999 Liberty One Dime without feeling a deep appreciation for both its artistry and its capacity to transform lives. Financially, the stakes are enormous. While a standard coin may fetch thousands, those in perfect condition, or with unique characteristics, can command millions. This reality has turned ordinary collectors into multimillionaires overnight, and for those lucky enough to own the rarest examples, the wealth potential is staggering. The 1999 Liberty One Dime is not just money. It is a legacy, a life-altering asset that can redefine fortune with a single exchange. The 1999 Liberty One Dime also serves as a bridge between generations. Older collectors pass down coins, stories, and insights to younger enthusiasts, creating a culture of reverence and knowledge. Owning such a coin is akin to holding a piece of this intergenerational dialogue, a connection that transcends mere commerce and becomes. The 1999 Liberty coin begins with one of the most recognizable small-sized dollar coins in American history, the Susan B. Anthony dollar. When people hear 1999 Liberty Anthony Susan B. $1 coin, excitement immediately builds, because this was the final year this famous design returned to circulation before a new golden dollar replaced it. That alone makes collectors pause, look twice, and sometimes feel that rush of possibility. Could this simple dollar be hiding surprising value? The 1999 issue holds a special place in modern coin history. After being absent for years, the coin was brought back into production to meet demand for dollar coins in vending machines and transit systems. That short revival created a fascinating final chapter for series. Whenever a coin returns briefly after a long pause, collectors naturally become curious, and curiosity always fuels value. On the front of this coin, you see the proud portrait of Susan B. Anthony, a pioneer of women's rights in America. Her determined expression symbolizes strength, equality, and courage. On the reverse, the majestic eagle landing on the moon reflects America's space achievement, inspired by the historic Apollo 11 mission. That powerful combination of social progress and space triumph gives this coin deep symbolic meaning beyond its $1 face value. Now comes the question that creates headlines and viral videos. Is the 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar worth millions? In normal circulated condition, Most 1999 coins are worth only a small premium over face value. They are not made of silver. They are composed of a copper core with outer layers of copper nickel. This means their base metal value is modest. So finding one in your pocket will not instantly turn you into a billionaire overnight. However, condition changes everything. Coins graded in perfect, flawless mint condition, especially those certified by professional grading services, can sell for significantly higher prices. A near-perfect coin with sharp detail, brilliant luster, and no scratches can attract serious collectors. High-grade examples can reach hundreds or even over $1,000, depending on demand and scarcity in that condition. There's also a special variety that creates real excitement, the 1999 wide rim or near-date version. In this variety, the date appears closer to the rim compared to the standard design. Collectors actively search for this subtle difference. Because fewer were made, this variety can command noticeably higher prices than regular 1999 pieces. The thrill of discovering a rare variety often drives dramatic stories online. When people hear about rare coins selling for large sums, imagination takes over. While it's true that certain rare U.S. coins have sold for millions, those are typically extremely old, historically significant, or unique minting errors, not standard 1999 circulation dollars. That said, mint errors always add excitement. Off-center strikes, double strikes, or dramatic die errors can transform an ordinary coin into something special. If a 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar has a major visible mint error confirmed by experts, its value can rise sharply compared to normal examples. Collectors also value original proof versions struck specifically for collectors. Proof coins have mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. A flawless proof coin preserved carefully since 1999 can be more desirable than a heavily circulated example that passed through thousands of hands. Market value is driven by three powerful forces: rarity, condition, and demand. The 1999 issue is not extremely rare in total numbers, but finding one in pristine, untouched condition is far less common. Over time, as more coins become worn or lost, high-quality survivors naturally gain attention. Another reason this coin fascinates people is its historical timing. It represents the end of an era before the introduction of the Sacagawea dollar in 2000. That transition marked a shift in design and public preference. Whenever a coin design ends, collectors tend to reflect on it with renewed appreciation. Some online stories exaggerate values to create excitement. It is important to separate possibility from fantasy. While rare coins absolutely can change someone's financial situation, the average 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar will not sell for millions. Real wealth in coin collecting usually comes from knowledge, patience, and careful selection. If you believe you have a special 1999 coin, examine the rim, the date spacing, and the overall surface carefully. Look for unusual features. Compare it with trusted images from reputable numismatic sources. If something truly stands out, professional grading can confirm authenticity and condition. The emotional value of this coin can sometimes be greater than the financial value. It represents a breakthrough, the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real historical woman rather than an allegorical figure. That alone gives it cultural significance that goes beyond metal and mint marks. Over time, modern coins sometimes surprise collectors. Coins once ignored can gain steady value decades later, as nostalgia grows and fewer pristine examples remain. While it may not make someone a billionaire overnight, holding on to a perfect 1999 example could prove rewarding in the long run. The dream of discovering hidden treasure in pocket change keeps the hobby alive. Every time someone checks their spare coins, there is a spark of hope. That hope is part of the magic of coin collecting. The idea that history might be resting quietly in your hand. If your 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar shines with original mint luster, shows no wear, and possibly features the wide rim variety, it is worth closer attention. Even if it is not worth millions, it may still be worth far more than $1. True collectors understand that value is built on facts, not hype. Education is the most powerful tool in the world of numismatics. The more you learn about mint years, varieties, and grading standards, the better your chances of spotting something exceptional. In the end, the 1999 Liberty Susan B. Anthony $1 coin carries history, symbolism, and collector interest. While it will not magically transform into unimaginable millions, in most cases, certain rare varieties and perfect specimens can command impressive premiums. So before spending that coin at face value, take a moment, study it, appreciate it, research it, because while overnight billionaire stories are rare, the real treasure lies in understanding the story behind the coin, and sometimes that knowledge itself becomes priceless. When people hear the words 1979 Liberty Susan B. Anthony Dollar, their hearts start beating a little faster. The very thought that a simple $1 coin could secretly be worth a fortune is thrilling. The Susan B. Anthony Dollar carries a powerful legacy, not because it is made of silver or gold, but because it represents history, change, and the bold spirit of America. Yet before dreams of millions begin dancing in your mind, it is important to understand the real story behind this fascinating coin. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony Dollar was introduced as a new chapter in United States coinage. It honored Susan B. Anthony, a fearless leader in the fight for women's voting rights. Her portrait on the coin symbolized courage and equality. This was the first time in U.S. history that a real American woman, rather than a symbolic figure of liberty, appeared on a circulating coin. That alone makes it historically significant. Many people believe this coin is made of silver, but that is one of the biggest myths. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony Dollar is actually composed of a copper core with outer layers of copper nickel. It does not contain silver. Because of this, its melt value is not high. Its value depends on condition, rarity, and specific varieties rather than precious metal content. Now here's where excitement builds. While most 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars are only worth a small amount above face value, certain rare varieties can be worth significantly more. The most famous variety is the wide rim or near-date version. On this variety, the date appears closer to the rim of the coin. Collectors carefully examine this detail because the wide rim version is much scarcer than the common one. Another factor that increases value is condition. Coins that were never circulated and remain in mint state condition can be worth far more than worn examples. A perfectly preserved coin with sharp details, no scratches, and original luster can command impressive prices in the collector market. Grading services play a huge role in determining how valuable a coin truly is. The 1979 coin was minted in different locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from San Francisco were often struck as proof coins, made especially for collectors. These proof coins have mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. High-grade proof coins can be worth far more than regular circulation strikes. Despite dramatic claims online, it is extremely rare for a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar to be worth millions. The vast majority of these coins were produced in large numbers, meaning they are not scarce. However, certain error coins, such as those with striking mistakes, off-center designs, or unusual minting flaws, can attract strong collector interest and higher prices. The excitement surrounding this coin often comes from stories of people discovering rare errors in pocket change. While becoming a billionaire overnight is highly unlikely, discovering a rare variety could certainly bring a surprising reward. The key is knowledge, patience, and careful inspection. Collectors value this coin not just for money, but for meaning. It represents a turning point in American culture. The decision to feature Susan B. Anthony was bold and forward-thinking. Even though the coin was not widely loved at the time, many people confuse it with a quarter due to its similar size. It remains an important symbol today. Because the coin was unpopular in circulation, production stopped after 1981 and briefly resumed in 1999. This limited production window adds to its collector appeal. The earlier 1979 coins remain the most talked about because they were the first of their kind. If you believe you have a rare 1979 variety, the best step is to compare it carefully with known features of the wide rim version. Small differences in spacing can mean the difference between a common coin and a more desirable one. Magnification and good lighting are essential tools. Professional grading can dramatically impact value. A coin graded at a very high mint state level can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on demand. But condition must be nearly flawless. Even tiny marks can lower the grade. It's also important to avoid exaggerated promises. Many viral claims suggest these coins are secretly worth millions, but such claims often misunderstand the market. Coin values are driven by rarity, demand, and condition, not rumors. Still, the thrill of possibility keeps collectors searching. Every time someone checks an old coin jar, there's a spark of hope. That spark is what makes coin collecting exciting. It's a treasure hunt hiding in everyday life. The design itself is powerful. The obverse shows Susan B. Anthony's determined expression. The reverse features an eagle landing on the moon, adapted from the Apollo 11 mission insignia, a reminder of American achievement and ambition. Over the decades, interest in the Susan B. Anthony dollar has grown. While it once struggled in circulation, it now holds a respected place in numismatic history. Collectors appreciate it as a short-lived but meaningful experiment. If your $1,979 is heavily worn and common, its value may only be slightly above $1. But if it is a wide rim variety in exceptional condition, its value could rise significantly. Proof coins and top grades are especially desirable. The key to unlocking value is careful authentication. Never rush to sell without understanding what you have. Research, compare, and if needed, consult a reputable coin professional. Knowledge protects you from selling too low. While becoming a billionaire overnight from this coin is not realistic, finding a rare high-grade example could certainly bring an exciting return. More importantly, owning this coin connects you to history, to the courage of Susan B. Anthony and the progress she fought for. In the end, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is not just about money. It is about legacy, symbolism, and the thrill of discovery. It may not turn you into a millionaire overnight, but in the world of coin collecting, knowledge truly is power, and sometimes hidden value waits quietly in plain sight. When people hear the words 1979 Liberty Susan B. Anthony dollar, their hearts start beating a little faster. The very thought that a simple $1 coin could secretly be worth a fortune is thrilling. The Susan B. Anthony dollar carries a powerful legacy, not because it is made of silver or gold, but because it represents history, change, and the bold spirit of America. Yet before dreams of millions begin dancing in your mind, it is important to understand the real story behind this fascinating coin. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar was introduced as a new chapter in United States coinage. It honored Susan B. Anthony, a fearless leader in the fight for women's voting rights. Her portrait on the coin symbolized courage and equality. This was the first time in U.S. history that a real American woman, rather than a symbolic figure of liberty, appeared on a circulating coin. That alone makes it historically significant. Many people believe this coin is made of silver, but that is one of the biggest myths. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is actually composed of a copper core with outer layers of copper nickel. It does not contain silver. Because of this, its melt value is not high. Its value depends on condition, rarity, and specific varieties rather than precious metal content. Now here's where excitement builds. While most 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars are only worth a small amount above face value, certain rare varieties can be worth significantly more. The most famous variety is the wide rim or near date version. On this variety, the date appears closer to the rim of the coin. Collectors carefully examine this detail because the wide rim version is much scarcer than the common one. Another factor that increases value is condition. Coins that were never circulated and remain in mint state condition can be worth far more than worn examples. A perfectly preserved coin with sharp details, no scratches, and original luster can command impressive prices in the collector market. Grading services play a huge role in determining how valuable a coin truly is. The 1979 coin was minted in different locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from San Francisco were often struck as proof coins, made especially for collectors. These proof coins have mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. High-grade proof coins can be worth far more than regular circulation strikes. Despite dramatic claims online, it is extremely rare for a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar to be worth millions. The vast majority of these coins were produced in large numbers, meaning they are not scarce. However, certain error coins, such as those with striking mistakes, off-center designs, or unusual minting flaws, can attract strong collector interest and higher prices. The excitement surrounding this coin often comes from stories of people discovering rare errors in pocket change. While becoming a billionaire overnight is highly unlikely, discovering a rare variety could certainly bring a surprising reward. The key is knowledge, patience, and careful inspection. Collectors value this coin not just for money, but for meaning. It represents a turning point in American culture. The decision to feature Susan B. Anthony was bold and forward-thinking. Even though the coin was not widely loved at the time, many people confuse it with a quarter due to its similar size. It remains an important symbol today. Because the coin was unpopular in circulation, production stopped after 1981 and briefly resumed in 1999. This limited production window adds to its collector appeal. The earlier 1979 coins remain the most talked about because they were the first of their kind. If you believe you have a rare 1979 variety, the best step is to compare it carefully with known features of the wide-rim version. Small differences in spacing can mean the difference between a common coin and a more desirable one. Magnification and good lighting are essential tools. Professional grading can dramatically impact value. A coin graded at a very high mint state level can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on demand. But condition must be nearly flawless. Even tiny marks can lower the grade. It's also important to avoid exaggerated promises. Many viral claims suggest these coins are secretly worth millions, but such claims often misunderstand the market. Coin values are driven by rarity, demand, and condition, not rumors. Still, the thrill of possibility keeps collectors searching. Every time someone checks an old coin jar, there's a spark of hope. That spark is what makes coin collecting exciting. It's a treasure hunt hiding in everyday life. The design itself is powerful. The obverse shows Susan B. Anthony's determined expression. The reverse features an eagle landing on the moon, adapted from the Apollo 11 mission insignia, a reminder of American achievement and ambition. Over the decades, interest in the Susan B. Anthony dollar has grown. While it once struggled in circulation, it now holds a respected place in numismatic history. Collectors appreciate it as a short-lived but meaningful experiment. If your $1,979 is heavily worn and common, its value may only be slightly above $1. But if it is a wide-rim variety in exceptional condition, its value could rise significantly. Proof coins and top grades are especially desirable. The key to unlocking value is careful authentication. Never rush to sell without understanding what you have. Research, compare, and if needed, consult a reputable coin professional. Knowledge protects you from selling too low. While becoming a billionaire overnight from this coin is not realistic, finding a rare high-grade example could certainly bring an exciting return. More importantly, owning this coin connects you to history, to the courage of Susan B. Anthony and the progress she fought for. In the end, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is not just about money. It is about legacy, symbolism, and the thrill of discovery. It may not turn you into a millionaire overnight, but in the world of coin collecting, knowledge truly is power, and sometimes hidden value waits quietly in plain sight.